Hi there, I'm Wendy with Usborne Happy, and I wanted to take some time today to talk about preschools. Why am I talking about preschools? Well, the first reason, we get to actually practice with preschools, which are not under the domain of the Educational Consultant Program. They are for anyone to serve. So one of the reasons why I love preschools is because it allows me to serve three different people groups: parents, teachers, and students. And it's free exposure too, so it's kind of like a booth, but I'm not paying for it, which is fantastic for my business. I also love getting the chance to meet new people, and this is a great way to do it, especially if you've moved to a new area. But also, if you are, looking to expand your business, this is a great way to do it. If you think about it, everyone there is committed to education. The parents are sometimes paying for their kids to be there, right? They want them to have some exposure. And then obviously the teachers are devoted. Of course, the kids, they're primed to be alert to new things and fun things, and that's what our books are. So I love preschools. There's a couple steps I wanted to tell you about, and then I want to break it down in order of time commitment, all of our programs that you can offer to them. First are the steps. So the first thing you want to do is kind of identify your market. So what I did is I wrote down in an Excel document that I could share with my local team the names of the preschools, the addresses, emails, phone numbers, and once I found it out, the director's name. And with that, I made another column for the lead, because when we call preschools, we introduce ourselves. Hello, my name is Wendy with Usborne Books and More. May I speak to your director, please? You talk to the director. Hello, my name is Wendy, and I say my last name, with Usborne Books and More. Are you familiar with Usborne Books? And if she says yes, we just had a book fair with them, you say, oh, wonderful. I'm sure your consultant was fantastic. And you end the conversation and you move on to the next. If not, if she says, oh yeah, we're familiar with them, why are you calling? You can say, well, I'm actually a local consultant, and I can serve your school with 4 different programs. Would there be a good time to come by and introduce you to our books and programs? And then you have an appointment set up, which is really great. And once they see the books and all the programs that you can offer them, it's a win-win for everybody, and it's pretty obvious. First, you identify the market. You're going to need to identify your time available. So you're going to need to look at your calendar and see, okay, when can I get a babysitter? Because taking a child in tow makes it very difficult for both you and the person trying to listen. When do I want to be out and about? And then you're going to want to make sure that those arrangements can be made before you get on the phone. Then you're going to kind of change things up for your appointment. If you've got, clothes like this on, you're probably going to want to switch them out. And so you look a little bit more professional, because the school market, even though this is not EC required, the school market is a different place, and you want to present yourself as such. I also pick up my hair. Then you're going to take a packet, and the packet is a catalog, maybe too many catalogs, but you're going to make sure it's the educational consulting catalog, not the one with book party in it, and then maybe 2 mini catalogs, MINI, not MANY, to pass out to the other teachers. And you're going to have a list in our files. There is how I can serve your school. And you're going to have a list of all your programs. And this is what you've been waiting for. Our programs that you can offer preschools in order of the time required on your behalf, right? So even if you're a homeschool mom, or if you're a full-time working mom or father, you can still do this. And this is how. So the program that takes the least amount of time is the matching grant. So you would actually approach them and let them know, if you're collecting money for box tops, or if you're collecting box tops, and the money that you receive from that, I can actually convert into 50% more of that value into new books. All right, and that's a simple transaction. They hand you the money, you put it into Order Pro, they get their books. It's awesome. The second one you can consider is Cards for a Cause fundraisers, and for that you'll actually give them the materials for ordering. I actually do provide a box so that they can generate excitement out on the front table. It's not necessary. The pictures do well too. The third one you want to consider is Reach for the Stars, and there's lots of different ways you can crack this nut, but it's basically a reading program over 2 weeks for the schools, where the kids collect pledges And for reading 30 minutes over 2 weeks. This is one version of it. And at the end of the 2 weeks, they collect their pledges, and you submit it in Order Pro, and the child actually gets to they get to select what books they want from the pledges that they have. It can also be broken down 50-50, 75-25, to where the child gets 50% of the pledges and books and the school gets 50% of the pledges and books, or 75%, 25%, school or homeschool group, anything you want to do. 80% goes to the kids, 20% goes to a needy school. They can start doing great work as little bitties. We know that, so it's awesome. The fourth way that requires the most time is a book fair. However, there's 4 different levels of a book fair. So the one that requires the least amount of time is offering them an e-fair link that they can keep running for 4 months at a time, or longer, but not longer than 6 months, because that's when the links expire. And they can put that right on their website, and then at the end of every 4 to 6 months, they actually cash out their rewards, either in cash if it's over 1,000, or in books, which is great. The second way is to have the e-fair link, but also send out flyers in the book bags, and those flyers are available in our business supply store, or also in the files for UBAM Home Office Branding. The third thing that you can offer is to set up actual books in the front area, where with a mock order form there, and a box to collect the money and the orders on the spot. But they'd have the books there to see, and then kind of get a good idea as to which ones they'd want. You can also bookmark the catalog. I would write on the catalog, display only, and for the books, display only as well. The fourth and final way that requires the most time, and this is the one that requires the most time of all 4 of the programs and all 4 of the types of book fairs, is consignment-based book fairs. And actually, this is a great way, even though it takes a lot of time, it's a great way to get started in a new area, or if you're just launching your business and nobody knows about it, you'll meet a lot more people this way than just providing links. Obviously, you're there at the school. Now, for all of these things, you're going to treat the school like a customer. What are your needs? Are you trying to look for cash, or do you need books? Do you want to emphasize reading? These are the things you would ask your customer, and this is what you would ask the schools too. So for the consignment-based book fair, you're actually going to be asking also, I want to do the most work for you that I can. When are your high traffic times, or do you have a parent night that I can stop in and be there for that? Or is there a special night that you have where every parent attends, or maybe 2 or 3 nights where every parent has to attend? That would be a good time, especially if they don't have their kids with them, because they can focus. Although having the kids there is really fun, and sometimes they do a lot of the sales for you. That if that's what you need, to function better, that might be a good fit for you. Lots of different ways to crack the nut. If it's a drop-off school, then you need to make sure that you're outside in a place where parents can park and find you. They're not going to come inside because they're not used to it. Or you need to make sure that that's a parent night that you're there, or parent conferences that you're there. So lots of different ways to do it. Truly, I've seen afternoon pickups be the most fruitful. Also around holidays, if you can get a book fair before, like 2 weeks before Easter break or spring break. Same thing with Christmas. If you can be there in November, that's even better. So lots of different ways to do this. I just wanted to provide, in my experience, the best way to approach preschools, and now is the time. You want to have these booked up for your summer, back to school programs, and the fall. And I know you can do it, and I have the utmost faith in you that you can.